Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a Protoss versus Terran between two high-level Terran players. We have the greatest Terran currently at this moment in Clem playing Protoss, and we have the fourth best Terran, the rank 9 in the world according to a league log, Cure, playing his actual main race over here. Clem has been playing a lot of PvT the last 7 months. It has been his standard, and I believe he currently is the third best Protoss versus Terran player in the world, behind MaxPax and Hero. He's quickly rising as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if within the next 6 months he's going to be capable of becoming the best Protoss versus Terran player in the world. He seems to have a very good understanding of the matchup. The only thing that he's lacking is Terran practice. It is very difficult for Clem to practice with other Terran players with his Protoss due to there not being any good, any as high-level Terran players as himself in Europe. If he could just clone himself and fight himself, I'm pretty certain that Clem already would be the greatest TVP player in the world, or PvT player in the world, but that's not the case. So we see a lot of workers going down here in the early game. 4 Hellions driving by after an early eBay block, forcing Clem to take the third base in the line. And that is going to allow Cure to deal a significant amount of damage here. 4 Hellion into Cyclone, into tank, triple Rex off of a single gas is what we're seeing here as well. Significant damage is being dealt, and we're gonna go in with a follow-up attack. Sentry, Stalker, Stalker, no Blink quite yet. Do we have enough defensive forces? I think yes. It's going to depend a little bit as to... But wait, is he trying to catch the Hellions? I think he is trying to catch the Hellions. There's no battery in the main base. This is crazy. Clem just moving out like that without a battery in the main base. As a result, is probably going to lose 1 or 2 more workers. Let's see how well he can micro this. Here comes the final shot. No workers being lost. A little bit of mining time as Cure secures himself his own natural without a bunker. We have Stim being researched. Cyclone on the high ground. Hallucination is going to get cleared here as well. And honestly, Cure 34 workers to 34. No third base yet for Clem. No Prism out on the map. Not even a robotics facility. I think Cure is in a phenomenal spot here. Usually with even worker counts, it tends to be very solid for the Terran. Especially if there's no counter damage possible. Clem is going up to 5 gates right now. Is that correct? 5 gates, yes. 5 gates without a robotics facility available. I'm just having a very difficult time seeing Clem actually kill anything here. Cure is, funnily enough, the one that wants to be aggressive. I say funnily enough because it is quite funny that he would want to be the one to move out. To me, it feels like he's the one that should want to stay at home and do nothing. If he gets 2 medevacs out and then walks across the map, and what is Clem going to have? He's going to have no upgrades, no Storm, no Colossus, no Vision, not a very big army. Like, Clem cannot really brag about anything right now. You know, if you put these 2 guys in a room and both of them were willing to brag about their position in the game, I'm not sure what Clem would take, you know? He has worse mineral income, worse gas income, worse supply, worse worker count, worse upgrades. I guess he has map control. Okay vision. Though he's lacking some vision on the far right, lacking some vision in the very top. For seeing a double medevac drop go towards either of these areas, Clem is going to be completely in the dark. We have Hallucination now coming out, adding in 4 more gateways as well as a robo, so 9 gate Stalker Zealot. The plan for Clem seems to be very clear. There is a single way in which he wins, and that is get a lot of units, make the opponent attack into me, which is exactly what's happening here. Oh, look at that Hallucination Scout, that is big. This is a very big deal. If those 2 medevacs manage to just sneak by undetected, I'm pretty certain the game just straight up ends. 1 Stalker is going to end up falling here. Maybe even a second one. I don't quite think Cure is going to be capable of getting in range here. It's going to slow 1 more, but Cure's just going to stay back for now. Blink still on cooldown. Now off of cooldown. Cyclone helping out. Marine stays alive. 112 supply to 102. So what does Clem want? Clem wants to kill, or sorry, Cure. Cure wants to kill his opponent. Clem wants to defend. He's not getting any upgrades. I wonder if you want an SCV pool at this point, or if you're... It's a pretty significant army. Tanks aren't sieged up. There's no mines either. +1 infantry weapons, though, is such a big deal. 122 supply to 92. As after a good early game here, Cure A large marine count, and one tank still alive. He's just going to be pushing across the map. First 2 mines now showing up as well. And the longer this goes, the worse it's going to get for Clem. Cure feels like there is a need to attack. It isn't here, but he can most likely. And sometimes if you can, it is completely okay to just kill the opponent. Rather than, you know, giving them an opportunity to come back. As we see most likely our final stim of the game. Stalkers being taken out here. Decent enough kiting as well. Another Stalker warp in on the top side. Immortal gets focused down over there. And these 2 zealots aren't even a fast warp in. We have 9 gateways, no upgrades, 4 medevacs, and this pylon's gonna get sniped. This pylon's gonna get sniped. And with more and more units reinforcing, GG gets called. Now, usually I'm a huge fanboy of watching Protoss players win. But whenever there's a different race, like a Terran or a Zerg, who's off-racing as a Protoss player, there is something just kind of nice when they lose to their own race. I can't explain it. I guess it's like a form of jealousy that's kind of ingrained into me. I love Clem. I think Clem is a great, but seeing him lose against Terrans, you know, I'm a bit like, oh no, a Protoss lost, and oh no, Clem lost. But at the same time, it feels like, see, it's not so easy, is it, you little prick? It feels a little bit good, all right? Seeing him die to an eBay block into a 4 Hellion run by, and then to a freaking 5 Rex without a 3rd CC, does that feel nice? Yes, it feels nice. I'm not even embarrassed. I'm not ashamed of that. This is a take I stand by fully. I'm okay with it. It is absolutely fine. I enjoy seeing these off-racers lose a little bit. Yeah, not so freaking easy now, is it? Not so freaking easy if they start eBay blocking you. Yes, he is significantly better than I am in the PvT matchup, but still. Looks good, feels good. Loving it. All right. What are we doing over here? Core first. Let's take a quick look at... what is our first timing? Really bad at counting. This is kind of late for a core first, no? Whoa. 202? This is gonna finish up? He must have significantly messed up his worker split. Or some worker micro. This is about 1.5 seconds later than the most standard timing. I could coach a diamond player to having this core finish at 2 minutes exactly. That is a little bit surprising. Clem is one of the top 3 players in the world when it comes to initial worker control. So seeing him do that incorrectly is actually kind of shocking. Look at this. These guys are also just kind of bouncing around. I know this doesn't seem like a huge deal, but it is very uncommon to see this out of Clem. Clem, Max Pax, Lambo are the 3 players that I've seen the most serious about worker control. So just for a piece of comparison. So this thing finished up at 201, late 201, so like 201.5 maybe. Max Pax often can finish this thing up at 158. That is a full 3.5 seconds. I've seen him finish it at 157. That is freaking impressive, all right? You need a really quick pylon, really quick gateway for that. They can get the core, because you're limited by the gateway timing, not by money, when you're playing core before Nexus. But it's a lot of early game theory. It would have been nice to have. I don't think it would have mattered, because Cure here actually went for a Reaper Marine. Was this? This must have been a double guess, because this CC isn't done yet. Cyclone drop as a follow-up. This is Cure's favorite thing to do. Well, I'm not sure if it's his favorite. Like maybe he really likes knitting or something, but in TVP, it's one of his favorite builds. I don't actually know if Cure has different... I never asked other people what their hobbies are. I just kind of assume that their hobby is playing StarCraft as well, you know? Like, what do you do in your free time? Like, play more StarCraft. Like, that makes sense. It's a good job for you then. I don't know what Clem likes either. I know he plays some different games as well at times. I heard he's actually a pretty decent CSGO player. Like a fairly high level there too. Very good mouse accuracy, obviously, so it does help with popping heads. Ooh, look at that. Clem here tempting Cure to come back with this Marine Cyclone drop. And 2 Marines already are going down. Is he going to recall this? No, he's just going to commit to getting 2 more workers. You know what? I don't mind that. This thing has been delayed significantly. You get a decent trade. 2 Marines, 2 SCVs. SCVs being run away as well. I think the main thing is the drop not going in there in a timely manner. Blink is going to be done by now. If Cure actually decides to commit to this, he'd be freaking crazy. Reaper's gonna scout the lack of a third base, which is a big deal. Let us cure... Oh, supply block. Oh, this is a painful one. Look at that. Delaying his marine output. Delaying SCV production as well. New tank coming out. Stuck. Needs to build start a new one instantly as well. This is actually very problematic right now. Let's take a look at how Clem is going to manage this stuff. How many stalkers do we have? We have 3 stalkers at home. Are we just going to load up into the main base? Or no, we're going to go for another warp in. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 8. 8 stalkers. 5 minutes and 13 seconds into the game. A cloak banshee has arrived on the other side of the map. Observer is going to stay home. We have a Reaper that's just idling over here. Tank on the low ground is helping out. 5 probes have now gone down. These stalkers can make their way across the map. Clem is going to continue warping in more stalkers. This is the sign of someone that smells blood in the water. Double volley on that tank. Bunker gets taken out. Good control. Pickup micro is stellar. Do we get a pickup on that stalker in the back? No, we don't. Ooh, blinks him forward. I had not expected this. Believes there's not enough damage output out of these Marines. And with those 3 extra stalkers, he might just be right. I think that was the correct call. That felt like a very risky play, but it ends up being just fine. 7 SCVs have gone down already. Where's our next Banshee? Is it moving across the map? Yes, it is. Extra DPS at home would have been great here, but Cure took the risk, and that risk ain't paying off right now. 30 workers remaining against 46. New Observer on the way defensively as Banshee number 2 is about to show up. We get a Cloak in as well over here. Do we get the Stalker Warp in defensively? Yes, we do. Clem spotted it on the mini-map, and here we go. What is our Stalker count? Oh, doesn't matter. We blink forward, snipe the tank. There goes the medevac as well, as this Banshee is going to fall on top of all of that. GG gets called as Clem ties up the series. Epic Gamer Clem there with the win off of the back of that 3-gate blink. Although, I'm not sure how much of that is 3-gate blink and how much of that is those initial 2 adapts. Like, when you're investing in Cyclone, 4 Marines, double gas opener, I am not sure how allowed it is to just stay at home and deal 0 damage. Generally, so the difference when it comes to these 2 gas openers, compared to a single gas opener when it comes to CC timing, is a 138 CC timing with single gas and about a, let's say, 222 to 228 CC timing on a double gas is what we're most likely gonna see, right? So that is the equivalent of, God, I can't do math, but it's about 3.5 SCVs, I believe. So you're going to have 3.5 less SCVs. Your first Mew is going to be later as well, so it's by about 30 seconds. Let's say that costs another 100 minerals. You're going to be down by a significant amount of cash, and you need to make up for that by dealing more damage. Like, the moment as a Protoss player you see double gas, you know that the Terran needs to do damage. They need to deal damage. That can be done either indirectly by the Protoss overreacting, adding in extra batteries when they don't need it, or, you know, cutting a probe to get another Stalker or another gateway out. That is all fair game, but the damage needs to be dealt. And generally in this matchup, Terran already wants to deal a little bit of damage. So just kind of adding on top of that initial burden already. 2 gas, I think, is very powerful, is very strong, but we need to keep that in mind. When we're judging these types of games, it's like, hey, if in the first 4.5 minutes, nothing happens, that is weird. Oh man, Clem freaking got away with murder there. He's a killer. We're gonna see a Triple Reaper double Hellion opener. Rare start. What was the timing actually on this thing? Is 220 correct? 30 seconds? Oh, it was a 215. 215. See, it's like 2 point something. More than 2.5 workers. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be a bit later. 220 or so. 225. Oh, well. The more you know, huh? Maybe my worker micro is just not as powerful as Cure's, or maybe he did some other tricks here. Gonna have to wait and see what these Triple Reapers 2 Hellions are going to be capable of doing. This build generally is very good if there is no Reaper Wall. Against a Reaper Wall, it's a little bit less powerful. We also have a battery that gets constructed at home, so Clem is playing it safe, has a second gateway, starts his blink right about now, and we see that that boost going down onto that thing pretty much instantly. Mine on the way out as well. So, ooh, fast second barracks. How the hell did these guys get in? Did they jump by? What the hell happened over here? The Hellions are going to run in as well. And yes, there's a battery on the low ground, but still a lot of mining time lost. Adepts will want to finish their shade, but the Hellions now go into the main. Oh no, exposing himself in the main base here. In general, you shouldn't expose yourself to other people, Clem. It's messed up. You should in the privacy. Your own bedroom, not like this. Not to a stranger that wants to kill your probes. It's all types of messed up. Lots of mining time has been lost. Not a lot of direct damage to workers. If he opened a resource lost, you could say this wasn't worth it. Mining time lost and build order delay might have actually been fine. Look at that. No robotics facility here. No third gateway. No third base. What is Clem going to do as a response here? He's going to walk across the map with 3 stocks. There's nothing at home. Gets a fast third base. Has no scouting info. If this is Banshee, Clem would be freaking toast. Like if this was a Banshee rush. 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion into Banshee rush would have been great. But it's a fast mine drop. This is still going to suck here for Clem. We're going to get a double drop into the main base. Should unburrow both of them and burrow at least one in the main. Oh, this is bad. This was poorly executed. Very poor execution here out of Cure. Both of them shot already. And that means Clem can go back to mining. At the same time, Clem is dealing some damage on the other side. This was not good out of Cure. It was not good out of Cure. Clem is going to kill 4 workers. Loses 2. Also loses a couple of stalkers though. But honestly, this went as well as he could. He got 4 worker kills. And he hardly lost anything at home. The mines are still alive. But both mineral lines should have been denied for a more significant amount of time. And at least a single mine should have survived as well. Now, both of them survived, but he hardly dealt any damage. This was a ridiculous, actually a ridiculously poorly executed mine drop. Very sad to see here. Cure still is most likely in a decent spot. He's gonna try to move out on the map right now. Double drop here in a natural. Can we get an unburrow? No, he doesn't want to go for it. He's going to leave 1 mine behind. And he's going to lose his medevac on top of that as well. Yeah, this has not been great. I think the early game still was good enough. The Reaper Hellion dealt quite a bit. Banshee now comes in as well. It's kind of a follow-up play. More Banshees on the way. This feels like it's just going to be a naked stim rush almost. Naked stim. Nothing else. 4th barracks. 5th barracks. Oh, he's going to go for combat. So that means he needs to swap this into something too, no? Very interesting setup we've got going on. Banshee in the corner. Freaking love that stuff for us. Honestly, this is pretty much a mirror image of game number 1. Except the game... the game... Actually, it's not even a mirror image. Never mind. The game state got achieved differently and the game state is very different. The only thing that is similar is that Clem's position blows. That's not really what a mirror image is it? It's like me looking in the mirror, seeing a different ugly guy. It's like, what the hell? This mirror is broken. Call a mirror company. They go, oh, is he ugly? It's like, yeah, he was. It's like, oh, you're ugly too, so it works. Like, yeah, I don't think this is entirely how a mirror is supposed to function, but... You know, I'll take it, I guess. This Banshee's gonna get cleared here. 4 probes going down. Medevac number 1 and 2 are coming out. I mean, this is... Once again, the 5 racks. Cure, he smells an opportunity. I don't know if he has a large nose. I wonder if having a large nose actually helps with smelling better. I feel like maybe it becomes harder because it takes more time to travel. So it kind of dilutes before it reaches like the good parts of the nose where you're smelling like more properly. I don't think the front part of the nose smells as well as the back, no? I don't actually know where the smelling comes in. Like which portion of it, you know? I feel like there's a portion in the nose which is responsive. It's probably in the back. You don't see it. So having a longer nose is probably worse. At least, I mean, Cure is definitely smelling this opportunity right, though. I am fully with him on this call. So he's just gonna kind of stand there and fight, and Clem also is gonna stand there and fight. Cure has a significantly bigger army. He fought pre-+1, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, with +1, this would have been a world's easiest fight. Once again, he's gonna fight before his +1 upgrade, but it still is a very simple battle here for him. We're going to need to see energy recharge, but it's not available. Without Guardian Shield, I mean, this fight is absolutely pointless for Clem. Force Fields miss as well. Colossus is on the way out. We're still 30 seconds or so away from that popping. And there's a tank in the back as well. All of these units are gonna fall. Tank on sieges. As our good friend Cure here is gonna be running in and claiming game number 3. This has been an extremely early game focused series so far, to be honest. Cure seems to be unwilling to go into a mid game if he doesn't have to. He says, hey, I've killed more than 4 workers, I've dealt a decent amount of damage. I think I'm just gonna go kill you with my 5 racks here. And Clem so far has been dying to that, except the one game where he killed his opponent with his own 3-gate blink. So we have an aggressive set of players here for sure. As once more we have that double gas opener. 2-1 in gas over here. This probe's gonna go head back home. No wall this time around. I mean, if I am Cure, if I was Cure, and the Reaper, Hellion worked so well in the previous game, would you maybe want to try it again? It is possible. It's on a low ground CC here, 217 it was. Blind battery in the natural. Almost smells like a sentry, no? Yeah, there you go. Sentry opener for Clem. There we go, that's 1. That's 2. No, just 1. Starport coming in straight away behind it. So it's going to be double Reaper, single Hellion. No. No Hellion, double Reaper. Whoa. Uncommon build order. Very uncommon build order right now. Huh. What do you know, huh? Instant hallucination scout plus the stalker. Also interesting. Gonna get these 2 Reapers just kind of hanging out. Ooh, we're gonna go into the main base. The main base is the only thing he really needs to defend. Sentry could die here. He's not going to try to target it down. Instead, we'll just straight up run towards the probes. Gets 1. No, doesn't get 1. Doesn't get 1. Doesn't... Okay, gets 1 there in the end. I feel like this was a mediocre haul here. 2 should have been possible, but... Good pullbacks out of Clem and not the perfect target fire out of Cure. Oh, he was trying to drag that mine onto the SCV. Look at that. Cute maneuvering. Clem is so detail-oriented often. So detail-oriented. Did not quite manage to do it though. Could have damaged one of these SCVs. You don't get to kill them, but you get to damage them, and that's a big deal by itself. Triple mine drop coming in, and it's going to be capable of escaping this absolute terrorist of a unit. Where are you? I know you're here. He's gonna go back home, and you should be looking perhaps on the horizontal axis at some point. Looking for where this thing is gonna go. That's exactly what it does. He flies back and then looks for where it is. Look at this. Freaking game sense, and that is crazy game sense. That is crazy game sense. Let's see who's gonna pull the boys to clear this. He's pulling them away, not towards them. Ooh, sends them back in. No way. Clem with a major blunder over here. This medevac is gonna get taken out. Loses 5 probes to a triple mine drop. Medevac does go down though. Medevac does go down. Significant worker damage in the early game. Good amount of mining time lost as well. Third Nexus is quick. So that was a third Nexus pre-Robo. Are we aware of the fact that this is a Banshee follow-up? Oh, if we could clear this hallucination, that would be a huge deal. So generally, a good way to deal with Banshees is to have some type of battery ready. Right now, he scouted that this is going to be Cloak. And we're going to get a battery in the main. I'm not certain if this is going to be in time. Cloak is finishing up in 12 seconds. I'm fairly certain that this is not going to be in time. Probes will need to be evacuated into the natural. 5 Stalkers are here at the front. We have no battery over on the third either. Okay, here we go. How many seconds do we have? We have 10 seconds of unchecked Banshee harass over here. That is 2 workers. It's going to be 3 workers. It's going to be number 4 going down. Number 5 is going to fall, and maybe even 6. Banshee stays alive. Minus 5 workers deleted out of this game. It's going to bring the total workers killed at 11. Banshee number 2 is going to move towards the top side of the map right now. Might join up later with the initial one to go for like a double flyby, perhaps into the natural. This is something that we sometimes see. Like a move from here, you send it straight down, pre-cloaked, and then this bad boy flies like boom. Horizontal line, maybe even goes here and then into the natural. And then if you can double shoot, you know, you can still target them down through a battery, because the battery doesn't get to heal if it dies. They can't really use a medic. Someone eats your freaking heart. She just takes it out. Like in Indiana Jones, in one of the Indiana Jones movies. I remember watching that when I was pretty young. I was like, holy crap, she ate it hard. I had nightmares of that for, not years, but a couple of days at least. They even warned me, it's like, are you sure you can watch this? No, he's gonna eat his heart at some point. I'm like, yeah. I think I can. I couldn't. I couldn't sleep at all. Oh, we went into the main base. He's gonna get 2 worker kills. Yeah, I mean, understandable decision perhaps. He wanted to just get some kills out of this, but yeah, it's not enough. Clem is very fast with the mirroring of the Banshee either way, so it would have been difficult. I also had it with Silence of the Lambs. Dude, I watched Silence of the Lambs when I was on a holiday with some of my, the kids that were a little bit older than me. I think they were like 14, 15. I must have been like 12 or so. No, I was younger. They weren't 14 either. I think they were probably 12 and I was 8. And I watched Silence of the Lambs. I legitimately didn't sleep for like 2 weeks. I was constantly checking my door. That movie was scary as hell. That movie was very freaking scary. I am not sure why I did that to myself. Kids are freaking stupid. Prime example sitting right here, right now, behind this PC. Okay, it's going to be a triple CC. Colossus coming out. You know when he walks, I think it's the detective walks through the hallway. At the end of the movie, dude, it scared the crap out of me. Whew! Not fun. Gonna get a mine burrow over here. Tank is going to siege up as well. We have a lot of mines. Zealot count isn't that plentiful though, and that means that mines are nice to have, but not great. There isn't even charge here, as Marauder's now going to be pushing in forward. Curious being quite aggressive. I'm not even certain if he's going to be capable of taking out this base. Extended is now done, so it's going to give a significant range advantage here for Clem. A couple of fat swipes on these Marines would be big. Okay, Clem is going to commit into this. Mine 1 goes down, mine 2 goes down. None of them get the hit. And this tank is going to fall as well. Clem with a beautiful little setup. It's going to clean up this army, pre-charge. Vikings are now on the way out. Here comes the flank from the top side. As the Marauder is dealing some damage, but Marines are going to go down. Target fire on this. Can he get a clump down? No, he can't. But this was exactly what Clem needed. He has 4 bases, 8 gateways, plus 2 halfway done. Charge about to finish up as well. He's being very aggressive right now. He needs to be careful. 2 more Vikings are about to show up, and this is scary territory right here. Very scary territory. Marauders are ripping through the Stalkers. Charge finishing up, though. It's going to help out, as both of these mines are going to get taken out pre-firing. 3 Vikings still in the air. This army is insanely overstimmed, by the way. 1 more medevac just went down. Good luck healing all of that, brother. You have like 7 Marauders in the red. Well, like 3 in the red, 3 in the orange. Good luck, my dear friend. Good luck indeed. Okay, Viking gets shot out of the sky. Do we have a prism yet? No, we don't. 1 Colossus also going down. 3 Colossus, 1 Prism on the way. Clem really needs to be a little careful. Like, I understand he wants to force out stims, but you don't want to force out a stim where the other guy just A moves into you. Does have 2 Guardian Shields available, so should be fine. This is always so scary. This is always so scary. Like, if there's all of a sudden there's like 8 Vikings, like this army kind of does get toasted. If you get chased properly, and we have some force field available, so that's nice. I think we have 4 force fields right now. Or 2 force fields and a Guardian Shield. Clem gets the pick. Guardian, force field here. Kills one of his own Zealots. 164 supply, that's looking good. We have a Zealot runway that's now heading towards the fort base of his opponent. Medevac is gonna get sniped here. Look how careful Cure is with stimming. This is absolutely just stim bait. This is just, he's freaking stim baiting Cure. Cure should probably consider going for a flank. If he stims, that's it, right? He has a single fight in him. And Clem is really abusing that fact right now. Nice control as well with the Prism. Look at that. None of these Viking shots are connecting. That is really, really cute. Actually very cute. Here we go. Clem sends a couple of Zealots in forward. Stalkers now being split off. 2 new medevacs coming in. Vikings need a shot. Are not getting it. Guardian Shield number 1 has been activated. Zealots over at the fort base as Clem expands towards his own 5th right now. Guardian Shield is active here. Vikings dealing a lot of damage. 1 Viking ends up going down, but 1 Colossi taking a bit of a beating as well. Cure still hasn't considered going for a flank. 2-2 is about to finish up as well. Here come the Zealots from the bottom side. And now these Vikings are going to be dealing a lot of damage. This is scary for Clem, as a couple medevacs will go down. No more force fields are available. Full-on stim used, and Cure cannot heal up this army. Cure cannot heal up this army. Clem is just going to be pulling back, though. He realizes that he's in a precarious situation on the other side of the map. 6 Vikings out against 2 Colossi. He does have a 5th base done. If we get a 2-2 max fight out of Cure... Let's see if a Ghost Academy? No. 2-2 max fight out of Cure with a full health army. Ship weapons level 1. And none of the disruptors hit. I know those are a couple of conditions, but... It is definitely possible. It is definitely possible here for Cure. He's going to be pulling back a little bit right now. Zealot Warp run by on the fort base is still dealing damage. This Purification Nova is going to connect. That is a very big deal. Having one of those connect early on. Full-on stim coming out. We get a zoning disruptor shot. This was a crazy stim out of Cure. I think he accidentally just sent it there. Oh. Clem is just waiting until it goes away. Now he's going to force another stim out. Look at him. He's just telling him, okay, stim again, buddy. You're going to be in the freaking orange. You're going to be in the freaking orange. There's no energy available on the Medivacs, and Clem is doing this phenomenally. He's maneuvering it to solid position. Guardian Shield once again is available, so he's going to get the +2 armor buff here as well. 1 Colossi will fall. The Purification Nova hits. Command Center gets taken out as the Zealots ransack the natural at the same time. This is not looking great for Cure. He did not get the fight that he wanted. Clem has a 5th base. Sending Purification Novas in forward right now. 3-2 is about to finish up as well. We don't have 3-3 on the way. And this army is too low HP. It is simply too low HP. We have 14 Gateways soon. Double Robo. Dark Shrine on the way. I'm expecting a 6th base. There we go. 194 supply against 150. And Clem right now wants to fight on his opponent's side of the map and just throw Zealots at this problem. The more Zealots die and the more he kills, the better it's going to be. Vikings being targeted down here as well. The medevac count finally is big enough, but I don't think the unit count can quite stand up to the sheer force of Clem's army. And we got a trade here. Clem wants to trade overtime. He wants to go -10 Zealots, kill 20 Marines. -10 Zealots, kill 20 Marines. Rinse and repeat, because he's outmining his opponent by about 1.5k resources a minute. And that is a very big deal. Purification Novas here are going to connect as well. Guardian Shield is not activated, but GG gets called anyways. The score is all tied up, 2-2. Game number 4 here is starting with what most professionals would consider a failed experiment in this eBay block. 4 worker pool against eBay block is definitely, most definitely, I would even say, most certainly, one could argue, is good for the Protoss player. Was a gas first marine factory reactor, so slightly delayed CC and still quick factory. I'm a huge fan of this build. We've often seen this particular build go into a proxy starport, by the way. We actually have seen that quite a bit, so that is it is interesting to keep in mind. That's all I'm trying to say here. It's interesting to keep in mind. All right, what do we have going on right now? We're gonna have a... I'm expecting a starport. Single car. Don't have a proxy. Dude, I would have freaking... Imagine a proxy starport here. Something that I've actually seen in the past is eBay block into proxy factory plus proxy starport and then a triple Hellion drop. Freaking hits like a truck as well. I'm not sure if any of you have ever been hit by a truck. Not a pleasant experience. One time, actually, as a kid, we're getting some lore drops today. What the hell? So when I was like, let me think. I was 6 or 7, and I competed in some like magazine competition where you had to solve a puzzle, a very simple puzzle. You know, I think they just wanted letters because the people at the magazine were lonely. You had to. Ooh, what the hell? This is. Oh, nice control. What the hell? I'm gonna get all of these Marines. Nice right there. Ooh, don't finish it. Okay, it's not gonna happen. So these people, they wanted letters, so they had a really simple puzzle in their magazine, right? It was about animals. And I got all of them correct because I asked the teacher to help me and my parents. And then I sent in the answers. You could send it in. And then I won tickets to visit it was like a safari park in the Netherlands. It's called Beekse Bergen. For a year with 4 people. So with a family, you could go, it's like a membership card for 4 people forever. So we went there. And connected to the safari park also was something called like the Playland version. So it's for kids and there's like a little beach and you can sit around in the water and splash, and I don't know, there's like bumper cars. It's like a lot of stuff at the same time. And there's also an area where you could drive like a little truck. It's not really a truck, like you had to pedal, you know? And I remember there was like this slightly bigger kid. Like this is for, you know, 7, 8, 9-year-olds. There's this kid that was like 13. He just kept bumping with his fake truck, like his fake monster truck car into my car. And I remember being very upset about it. So yeah, I know what it's like to get hit by a truck. That's where this was going. It's a long explanation. But yeah, it's not a good feeling, especially if it's an older kid doing it, let me tell you. I hate those kids. It's also where I got stung by a wasp. On my back. Crawled in my shirt. Drop is dealing some okay damage as long as his medevac stays alive. I'm actually kind of okay with this. I feel like this is one of these things you do. Oh, this is working out. I was gonna say it's one of these things you do where you want to harass even more and you kill like 2 more workers, but you lose 7 marines and a medevac. But he actually keeps the mine drop alive. I feel like Clem is not aware of this. Keeps the mine drop alive and killed like 3 more workers. So he can still go back in. Stalkers need to stay at home right now. Like this mine drop can still do some damage. This is once again a great start for Cure. Clem is actually in kill mode right now. Like he doesn't have a third base behind this. He actually has nothing. What do we have here defensively? 0 bunkers. Oh no. 0 bunkers. Are you serious? Yeah, he is serious. Oh, look at the retargeting. It's not great, but it was good enough. Stalker goes down here. 2 tanks are active. Banshee is coming out. Do these guys have cloak? No, I forgot about cloak. Happens to the best. There is no battery in the natural. We have good damage output. I don't see how Clem is going to kill here. He will need to deal a lot of damage here with this prism right now. That's going to be the next goal. Banshee flies in. Is going to get at least 2 kills. Okay, I'm not sure what I said. It's going to get at least 4 kills. At the same time, the Stalkers here in the main base are going to get a lot of kills as well. Mediocre response here, quite frankly. At the same time, Banshee still being active. 7, 8. Can we get 9? Did someone say 9? Did I hear someone say 9? No, you did. No, perhaps in the main base. Can we get a 9? 9! Sin! Sehr geil! Very nice. Okay, 4 Stalkers are still alive. 79 supply. No combat shield. 3 tanks. 1 Banshee still alive as well. Late third base. Oh, Clem. He's freaking cooked, no? He is absolutely cooked right now. Oh, he's being fried real nice. Chef Cure in the kitchen, baby. And today we're cooking Clem. It's important to spice it well. Oi, 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 92 to 70. I don't understand. Oh, Clem's going to go Storm here. I like this. If there's one unit that can help with a comeback, it's going to be the Templar. It is going to be a Templar. Another thing that the Templar does well is feedback. Can kill things that are floating in between bases. This is my main reason why I love Templar so much. Because I freaking hate like a mine drop hanging over here, like a Banshee or a Raven. God, the Ravens are the worst. Absolutely hate them. Lovely bird. Freaking awful Terran unit to play against. The worst. We're once again... No, we're not playing 5 racks. Ooh. Cure says, hey, I have a lead, and I'm not going to kill you. I'm actually going to go into a mid-game. 55 workers to 50. No forge quite yet. Banshee's going to try to fly in. An interesting call. Now dies. He's overshot his his safe spot a little bit. That was not a safe space anymore. Stalkers are going to move back. Clem is aware of the fact that they're out on the map. We have 4 Templar in a prison. Tucked in nicely. You know what's the best feeling in the world? 4 Templar in a prism. Your prism gets damaged a little bit already. Real health. Then it gets the shield back up and they fly into a mine. You lose 600 gas in 3 seconds. You know who doesn't love it when that happens? My desk. Gets freaking smashed. 600 gas down the drain. And the investment on Storm as well. Don't love it. Forge is on the way. No fort base quite yet. So Clem is trying to just secure a setup over here. Here come the storms. Here come the storms. Alright, Clem is not sending it quite yet. Whoa. Look how patient this move out forward is. Kier is not wanting to get stormed in the face, let me tell you. He's providing good coverage here for these Marines. Umbrella for everyone. Umbrella for everyone. Ooh, Zealot run by. Flank. Flank will run by. Flank. Cutting off reinforcements. A bit of both, maybe. Wow, look how patient Clem is. Look how patient Clem is over here. Zealot run by during this moment of... Well, this is a very active moment in the game. He manages to have the mental space to send it out. His third base is in some serious peril as well, as we have 4 tanks in the back. Double mines coming in. Can he target accurately? No, he can't. These storms are very good. These storms are very good. Holy crap, these storms are good. Whoa! Oh, perfect pickup too. 4 Templars stay alive. What did he lose? An Archon and 1 Templar. And all of a sudden, we're in a situation where Clem is up 11 supply. Is that accurate? Yes, that is accurate. Does not have a 4th base yet, but he's on the way to a 4th. Pure right now is about to land his 3rd base. Archon is about to die. He has like 6 HP. He's gonna get like 4 more shots with legitimately 8 HP remaining. Lol. You can't make it up. Look at this. Got like 5 more big hits off there. That is a big deal as well. We have 1 more storm available. These 2 probably should morph into something. I think Clem here is looking for a victory. I mean, it's obvious that he's looking for a victory, but for a long time it didn't look like he was going to get it. Double the stormers now available. Do you warp in Archons or do you just go back home? Let's see how keen Clem is on keeping these Templar alive. We have 2 storms here in the mix. What are we going to get? Blink back. That was nice. Storm still available. 1 is going to connect with just a Marauder. Medevacts are non-existent. Core Orbital Command is going to get targeted down here. Stalkers. Can they take it out? Yes, they can. Oi, oi, oi. And just like Obama in 2008, Clem here is going to be winning game number 5 and putting himself on match point. Map number 6 will be the grid. Sounds like a term from the Matrix, no? The grid. I feel like people in the Matrix were on the grid. You could see them on the grid. You could plug into the grid. I'm not sure if this is accurate. I watched the Matrix when I was like 12. I remember being very impressed by it. Checking flying robots. Is it robots? Yeah, I think so. You have these things that kind of look like corruptors. I think it is the final movie when they're flying around. I think Neo negotiates with, you know, the fire stuff or something. And then the flying monsters, as they're about to breach, you know, they start flying around again, because there's peace between the monsters and the humans. Don't quite understand entirely what it had to do with Agent Smith anymore either. But it was, it was truly something. What else did I build? The Zealot. This is something that only the highest level of players do. I don't know why that is. I always feel like when I watch Zealots be sent across the map, is that they kill half a worker and then they die. Or sometimes they don't even kill a worker and then they die. Specifically against like the double gas openers, it feels relatively mediocre to me majority of the time. So Reaper, Reaper, Hellion, Reaper. Now this Adept is about to show up. Gonna take quite a beating here as well. I'd always say attack the Hellion, yeah. Because you need to repair the Hellions. Reapers, they repair by themselves. You know, there's no point. Because now this pushing is actually going to be a bit weaker. This Adept also wants to get a hit on a Hellion. Look at that. Oh, gets 1 hit. He pulls back. Battery is not done, though. Double Reaper into the main base could cause serious harm. Will cause serious harm. Is there a jump spot here? There is a jump spot. Triple Reaper into the main. But that would be diabolical. Truly. There we go. Triple Reaper in the main. Whoa! He goes back! Really? That is double volleying workers. I mean, your timer is running out, my dear friend. You build 5 units and you're not doing anything with them. He built 6 units and is not doing anything with them. Clem here is doing a great job defending because he doesn't have to defend yet. Okay, he's gonna clear 1 Hellion right now. These guys are entering. How many worker kills are we happy with? I think 6 would be fine. We're gonna get 7. We're gonna get 8. No, we're gonna get 7. Now, one thing to note is that there's a difference between 7 at 4 minutes and 5 at 3.5 minutes. I think I'd rather kill 5 workers at 3.5 than 7 at 4. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but I think it is accurate. Someone could do the math on that if it's, you know, what the extra income is. But it's quite a bit, because you mine about a mineral per minute, so Like these 5 extra workers, if it's 30 seconds later, would have mined like another 100, 150 minerals or so. If it's 30 seconds. Sector back. 5 times 30, I think. Remember when it was 8, I could do this math very quickly. Good lord. A couple of years of playing StarCraft 2, this is what happens. Hands are fast though. Constantly in pain due to the many clicking, but fast as hell. Okay, Stim. Combat Shield's gonna follow this up. We're on 2 bases. Or well, Clem is on 2 bases. 7 Stalkers. 7 Stalkers? Banshee? What the hell's going on over here? It's like a maze. This is like the 17th time that a Banshee is going to show up in the main base and there's nothing to defend it. Still, it's going to get cleared. That is a very big deal. This tank is not in the correct position. Do we have a tank low ground? Yes, we do. 3 kills in the main base. This maze, this like... That looks cool as hell. The grid. Oh! Tank's not going to get repaired. Was that 5 Stalkers that just killed a tank? That is impressive. That is just plain impressive. The double tech labs have been taken out. Lots of Marines have been killed. I don't think Clem is done yet over here either. He has an appetite for more. That tank kill for sure whetted his appetite. He's now going to walk in forward with 1 Stalker. Ooh, does not want to commit to a blink. Did not want to commit to a blink, but tanked with a full health Stalker there. That was cute. 3rd tank is about to finish up. This tank has moved forward. This tank should have been here in the first case. Like if you then get a blink up, then it's much more simple to deal with it. Also makes it harder to snipe Stim, Combat Shield again and again. Double Forge as a follow-up. Ooh. Clem is switching it up. Blinks in forward. Got a 2nd shot. Now goes for the bunker. He's not going to get this. Is going to get this. Is not going to get this. And loses 2-3 Stalkers. Will clear 2 SCVs there at the tail end of all of this. Oh! The tank animation had started already, and that Stalker was already... Like his friends upstairs in ire heaven. You know, we're heating up the spot where he was gonna sit already. Finally, Joey is gonna show up. Freaking Joey stays alive. Prick. 2 kills though. Not bad, Joey. Don't think you're on a blink in there. Don't think you want to blink in there, brother. Observer's gonna come out. Double Forge Robo Bay. This is a rare style to see because it requires a little bit more gas. I think he cancelled the 2nd Forge. Okay, the 2nd Forge was a mistake. Okay, it's just single Forge into Colossus. This is not a rare style at all. This is very common. Clem is in full control of this game. Has killed 6 workers. Has stopped the Stim plus Combat Shield. And is now kind of dancing on the edge of this tank range. I don't think the Marines need to do this. I think the Marines could have just pulled back and been like, okay, what are you going to do from here on out? Guess he could blink in here, but then you have a tank nearby, so... Does not necessarily feel ideal. Double drop now moving out towards the south side of the map. You have a watchtower unoccupied. 4th base on the way soon for Clem. He's looking for a boost into his eco. I wonder if this observer has spotted the double medevacs. Oh, the double medevacs returned back home. And here we go. 8 minutes into the game, and Combat Shield is finishing up in about 10 seconds from here on out. Triple tank. I wonder if Cure even wants to move out. Like, the way that he's playing here makes me believe he's just going to sit. Combat Shield delayed. Stim delayed. Everything sucks. Observer's gonna get sniped. So what are our options here as Cure? We can try to play a late game. We can try to go for like a sneaky drop. Or we can try to send it. I think sending it here is the riskiest of all calls. And it's probably the call that Clem is the happiest with. Clem has better supply. Thermal land's not done yet, but 1 Colossus is here. This is a largely Marine army. We have 6 Marauders, 24 Marines. The tanks will pack a serious punch, though. Let's see how Clem is going to set up this battle. Let's see how Clem is going to set up this battle. Ooh. Full on siege. And Clem is going to run in here during the unsiege. That's a lucky coincidence, or perhaps it's game sense. Either way, Cure right now is going to get absolutely blasted off this map. With those 3 tanks, I think this is an extremely different fight. Completely different fight. All 3 tanks being unsieged there. Clem catching his opponent with his pants down. Oi, oi, oi. GG's gonna get called as Clem wins this series with a 4-2 score.